my career in athletics and teaching has been a real whirlwind. I left high school at the end of my junior year, went in the Army Air Corps, 3 years as a radio gunner, and when I got out in spring of '46, I finished high school, and in August, I went to a place called Northeast Missouri, Kirksville State, or something of that nature. Jim Doherty had a way of doing things, and he talked me into coming to Northeast Missouri State. And anyhow, it starts way back farther than that. A guy by the name of Fred Furrow was the superintendent of the Missouri State Food Experiment Station in Mountain Grove. And he had a family, a big family. Sam Burke, who was the brother-in-law of Don Furrow. But anyhow, things just kept coming faster and faster. And by the time the first ball game rolled around, I had already thought about packing up and leave because there were 7 quarterbacks, and I thought I was on the bottom. But anyhow, that starting lineup still picks me up here. And Bill Clark was a captain in the Marine Corps. Kenny Gardner, right tackle, was a major in the Army. How many of you remember Kenny Gardner? One of the darndest football players you ever saw. Good one. Freshman kid by the name of Kenny Stanford from Macon. Well, I don't know what happened to him. John Spainard, the center. Eddie Miller. Jeff Neal. And then there was a whole bunch of them. Stan Sadie, the fullback. Joe Asperger, the left halfback. Bob Evans, who went up in Iowa and won 45 games in a row. Any of you hear of Bob Evans? He was the golden throat of the Hawkeyes for several years. But anyhow, I was fortunate enough to start as a quarterback 4 years in a row, and got into the coaching business. And before I graduated, I happened to wander past the president's door over here in Baldwin Hall. A guy by the name of Walter Lyle. Not young Walter Lyle, but the older Walter Lyle. He had a secretary in there that I married a couple of years later on. So I want to introduce this time my second wife, Vonda. Stand up. I was married for 60, 70 years. She passed away in '04. 7 years later, I spotted Vonda. We got together. But anyhow, it's been a real thrill for me. And with Shag Grossmigel and Dick Erzen, I've seen some good. I'll tell you what, if you never had an opportunity to see the basketball team that we had here in 1946, 7, 8, and 9, one of the best basketball leagues. Marshall, West Virginia, I mean, the competition, they would have won the national tournament in Kansas City. Anyhow, they played, they were good. A lot better than the football team. I was going to Coach Cochran, that other guy that was putting the shot for you. Do you remember what his name was? That Coach Breska, was he your high school coach? Bill Breska? But anyhow, things have moved pretty fast. I've had the privilege of coaching and teaching. It seemed to me like every semester my departmental chairman would assign me a new class to teach. And those of you who are in the teaching business, I was in it for 41 years. You know what I'm talking about when I say you got a new class to teach. You can't teach the same class over and over. But anyhow, I was fortunate enough to help with football. I coached football for 30 years, and 8 years in high school, and about 25 years in football. 25 years Coach Cochran in track, and then I was in cross country. I even coached flying. I was the aviation director at Williams Hill College for several years, and I enjoyed that. But I don't really know why I'm up here when with guys like Gardner, John Spainhour, and just go down the line, a whole bunch of them. But it's been a pleasure. I feel honored. My main objective now is to stay warm tomorrow night.